Tonight, we start with a really sad story. 3 people are dead and 2 others are hurt after a crash on I-5 Saturday morning north of Kelso. According to police and family members, a battleground couple was on the side of the highway picking up their son as his car was being towed. That's when police say a woman ran into them. Fox 12's Audrey Wheel joins us live with what we're now learning about those who died. Audrey?
Camilla, this is just so devastating, of course, for these families. Tonight, we're learning from Ashley Stoker that her parents, Rick and Karen, died in this crash. She also said that her brother Travis is in the hospital right now. He's expected to be okay, but does have a long recovery ahead. And then we also spoke to the family of the tow truck driver who was there helping him, Arthur Anderson, who also died on the scene. His daughters say that he's a loving dad and grandpa and that he had done this work for more than 30 years.
It's hard. It's very sudden. No one expected this.
It's difficult for Sparkle Chisholm and Jadine Johnson to make sense of what happened to their father in such a heartbreaking situation Saturday morning.
We lost our dad. Someone else lost their parents.
It started around 8 just north of Kelso on I-5. Washington State Patrol say a car spun out and called for a ride as well as a tow. Ashley Stoker tells us that was her brother Travis and that her parents, Rick and Karen, came to get him. Ashley says the 3 of them were in the car together as the tow truck driver was loading up Travis's car. According to police, that's when 43-year-old Anna Christie Ireland ran into Rick and Karen's car, killing them as well as the tow truck driver, who's now been identified as Arthur Anderson. His daughters say he loved his grandkids and playing poker, that he'd been a tow truck driver for more than 30 years and had his own company.
The job is dangerous, but you just don't think it's going to happen to him, and it did.
WSP says drugs or alcohol were involved, and Ireland now faces 3 counts of vehicular homicide. She was taken to the hospital.
It was very unfortunate what happened to our dad, but knowing that the driver was under the influence makes it that much worse. I know that her family's hurting too. We're all victims in this, and it's just very unfortunate.
According to Ashley, her brother Travis is also in the hospital. She shared with us a GoFundMe page for her family, which says he has a few fractured ribs and his right arm and left leg are in casts. She writes on the site that this is the worst nightmare and doesn't seem real. She says her parents met in 6th grade and calls them kind, selfless, loving, good-hearted people. She also sent us a statement saying, in part, "We are very grateful for the love and support from our friends, family, and community in this senseless act. I am so sorry for Art's family as well, as I have heard he was a loving family man." Sparkle and Jadine say they're sending condolences to her family as well as they mourn their own loss.
He was the best dad in the world.
He was a really good man. I'm not just saying that. He was a really, really good man, and we're going to miss him.
And we have the links for both the Stoker family's GoFundMe and the GoFundMe for Art Anderson's family on our website, kptv.com. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Audrey Wheel, Fox 12 Oregon.
So heartbreaking. Thanks, Audrey.